This week on Healthy Living, we'll have some insights on the positive impact of happiness on your well-being. Happiness expert and author Dr. Alphonsus Obayuwana shares his unique take on how to measure happiness. And the synthetic drug ravages young people in Sierra Leone. Plus, Nigeria steps up efforts to fight cervical cancer. We'll have these stories and more in this edition of Healthy Living. Hello, I'm Linor Moudou. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Healthy Living. As the saying goes, don't worry, be happy. That's because being happy does not only make you feel good, but it also affects your health. In the latest Gallup World Happiness Report, Finland remains the happiest nation for the 7th successive year. Libya leads among African countries, followed by Mauritius. Medical experts say happiness is good for your immune system, for your heart, and can help you live longer. So is laughter one expression of happiness. How often do you laugh? While laughter is one of the body's emotional and physical responses to certain stimulation, health experts say it plays an important role in boosting health. Kati Short reports from Lusaka, Zambia.
Chibale Mkobe, a clinical psychologist at Serenity Wellness Center in Lusaka, which focuses on lifestyle counseling, alcohol and drug rehabilitation, told VOA laughter has many health benefits. She says laughter lessens stress hormones called cortisol and also increases endorphins, which are natural painkillers, thus reducing stress levels and relaxing the body.
It also helps boost your immune system, where it increases the production of antibodies which help in the fight of certain diseases. Yeah. Then on the psychological aspect of it, it does help with the mood. In case you're having feelings of anxiety, depression, or maybe even when you're angry, when you laugh, trust me, you'll feel so much better.
According to the UK Guardian newspaper, a 2023 study has shown that laughter causes the tissue inside the heart to expand and increases oxygen flow around the body. Rachel Munkombwe Sidat, a therapist and executive director at Reveal to Heal Medical Center, told VOA that happiness is an experience of joy, contentment, and positive well-being, while laughter is an emotion that can be expressed even when someone is not happy, especially on social media.
When we talk about laughter, anyone can laugh at any time. Either they are happy or they are not happy, they'll still laugh. It's very possible to portray a fake lifestyle out there, because if I come back to the industry where we are as a therapist, I've seen people in public that laugh, they can smile, but when they are with us in our offices and we are talking to them, they are breaking down. There's no happiness within themselves.
Emmanuel Munsaka, a stand-up comedian, says he uses his life experiences to make people laugh. He says laughter has helped him get out of depression several times.
We are the most depressed people. Now, it's just that we gather courage and talk about those moments that the depressions we've had in life. We turn those into jokes and make people laugh. And people will be able to relate.
Some Lusaka residents at a recent rugby game had this to say about laughter.
I like laughing. Oh yeah, I do like laughing, first of all. Who doesn't? I like laughing because laughing is healthy.
As for me, I define laughing as a social connection. Yes, or it's a social activity that opens up oftenly conversations and also reinforces relationships.
Whether it's sharing a joke with friends or enjoying a funny movie with loved ones, laughter can bring people closer together and create lasting memories. Kathy Short for VOA, Lusaka, Zambia.
In the publication titled Reclaiming the Sacred, research shows that 70% of people living in serious poverty worldwide are still satisfied with their lives. The statistic is only 17% higher for wealthy people. So what makes you happy, and how does laughter affect you? Here are some reactions from Bamako, Mali.
For me, the first thing is to feel at peace with my family. Every day when I come home, the first question I ask is whether the family is well, my wife and children. If everything is going well, that's already happiness. When you have a sense of humor, it already makes you forget your problems. As soon as you forget your problems, of course, it doesn't solve them, but having peace of mind gives you the strength to think and find solutions to your problems.
Happiness already means being happy, having peace of mind, not worrying, not thinking about anything. When I'm sad, I usually listen to music, a song. I think humor improves health. For example, if someone is sick or suffering, when you give them compliments or tell them jokes, they feel better about themselves and forget their worries.
Happiness is a very relative question, but as far as I'm concerned, happiness means being satisfied with what you have and not hurting others. For me, that's happiness. If I'm feeling a bit sad as I'm a bit old, I surround myself with my family, with good people. The best people who bring me happiness are my grandsons. A little hug is enough for me.
Dr. Alphonsus Obayuwana is the founder and CEO of Triple H Project USA and author of The Happiness Formula, a scientific groundbreaking approach to happiness and personal fulfillment. He shares his unique take on measuring happiness.
Happiness has various definitions, but I will call it the feeling of joy. There are two kinds of happiness. One is called hedonia, and that's the raw happiness that you have. When you are eating your favorite food, you are drinking your favorite wine, or as human beings, during copulation, you are having an orgasm. Now there is eudaimonia, which is the second type of happiness that is more holistic. That is the feeling that you have about life in general. Studies have been done about happiness. We know that happy people live longer than unhappy people. People who are happy have better blood pressure readings. I am not saying that happiness will cure hypertension. Hope divided by hunger equals happiness. When you know your hope score and your hunger score, you divide it. You divide your hope score by your hunger score. And that gives you your happiness score, which is called Personal Happiness Index. I came across this because I had been doing research on hope since medical school. Laughter can be a sign of happiness, depending on the duration, the reason for the laughter, and all the situations surrounding it. You know, there are miserable millionaires and there are happy peasants. As a matter of fact, when you look at the World Happiness Report, you will see African countries right down. Nordic countries, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, Switzerland, those are the ones that they put up there. But the way they are doing it is wrong. In the Caribbean countries, they have the lowest suicide rate. Okay? And they don't put them anywhere near the top at all. I think that happiness to all of us is needed for life.
Now to Sierra Leone, where a cheap synthetic drug is ravaging young people. The consumption of kush, a form of synthetic cannabinoid, has increased in the West African nation since it first appeared a few years ago.
In one of Freetown's sprawling slums, 23-year-old Mohammed Kamara heads to his mother's house, walking unsteadily. Kamara is addicted to kush, a cheap synthetic drug that has wreaked havoc on the country's youth.
Sometimes, when I'm sitting alone thinking how I was the beginning, I feel that I'm destroying myself and my future.
Kush is made from ingredients such as cannabis, fentanyl, and tramadol and manufactured locally. Sierra Leone's President Julius Maada Bio has declared a state of emergency in April over the drug. However, resources are limited to help those who are addicted. Ansu Kone heads the rehab center.
It is like a war. It's not a one-month fight. So because President has declared a state of emergency, everybody now needs to come on board because kush is affecting everyone.
Civil society groups are trying to fill the gaps. The Sierra Leone Youth Development and Child Link, Slidecal, is one of them. Outreach workers from Slidecal are on the ground in Freetown slums and reach out directly to people in addiction.
Overcoming addiction was really not easy. It was one of the hardest steps in my life because it's like you trying to get out of water when there's water all around you.
In the impoverished neighborhood of Bombay, the community has come together to assist those who need a place to get off the drug.
Since January 2024, we started this project. Over 70 people who don't change their life.
In Nigeria's southwestern Oyo State, health workers took part in a drive to spread information about the HPV vaccine in local villages. As Nigeria fights cervical cancer with the vaccine, it is all hands on deck to spread the word in villages.
Nigeria first introduced the human papilloma virus or HPV vaccine to help prevent cervical cancer as part of the routine immunization program in October last year. The vaccine is now available across the country. United Nations data revealed that cervical cancer is the third most common cancer in Nigeria and the second most frequent cause of cancer deaths among women aged between 15 and 44 years.
We have heard about cervical cancer before now, and we are aware of the disease it creates. That's why I asked my daughter to go get vaccinated as a preventative measure.
This vaccine is safe and it doesn't have any negative effects on the girls. Because there are some rumors going around that they want to reduce the fertility of the girls. But we have been educating the parents that this vaccine is safe. The only thing it does is it prevents cervical cancer.
In 2020, Nigeria recorded 12,000 new cases and 8,000 deaths from cervical cancer. Ahead of the nationwide vaccination drive, Nigerian authorities had been ramping up campaigns online and offline to educate citizens about the HPV vaccine.
Once a girl child is vaccinated, it prevents such a girl from having cervical cancer, and this reduces the burden anybody that has cervical cancer will put on the family and the government, as well as the health care workers.
Although the HPV vaccine has been in use in many developed nations for about 2 decades, only half of the countries in Africa have introduced it in their immunization programs, despite the continent's heavy burden.
That's our show for today. For more health news, wellness tips, and medical breakthroughs, stay connected to Voice of America at voaafrica.com. You can follow me on X at Linohmudu. Until next time, stay well and strive to make every day a healthy day.